YouTube, what's up guys? Buff Mitch checking in. What we're doing today is we're gonna be working on my Toyota MR-2 Spyder. I've owned this car for I think 13, 14 years, very long time. That being said, what I'm gonna do is actually leave a little bit of wax on it, so I just keep on shining it because I want it to look super shiny. But it's turboed, it has a 2ZZ, and you guys love to see it, so just come here to look at this awesome car and let's just enjoy it. But what's going on right now is I went and got this car dyno. It made 233 horsepower, so like 270 wheel, a lot. But when I went and dynoed it, I put different plugs in it. I put spark plugs that were recommended from Monkey Wrench Racing, and I love Monkey Wrench Racing, they're really awesome. But what I want to do is do some OEM plugs, spark plugs, to see if it makes more power. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to finish polishing this thing off. We're going to go drive it. I'm going to show you it's stuttering and spattering when it's not like fully warmed up, and in addition to it, if I'm not like wide open throttle on the highway, it sputters. And so I don't like these plugs, so I'm going to change these plugs and make them go back to OEM, which I don't know if I actually ran OEM. I don't remember what plugs I ever ran on this car, but I'm going to show you guys what spark plugs I'm going to run on this car, and hopefully we get better results because I'm daily driving this car because my Lotus EVORA is a hunk of junk. So let's go ahead and polish this car, drive it around, then do new spark plugs and see if we can get maybe a smoother transition of drivability. So let's go ahead and start buffing this off because I like to. I love results. Alright, some nice wax. Looking good. Alright. Oh, is this a muscle show? Guns. So this is the glass. And this is the paint. Really good. Can you tell the difference? It's almost like glass. The paint's so good. Wing is the same way too. There I am. That's the wing, guys. This is a spoiler. Okay, let's bring the MR-2 out so we can go for that drive and I'll show you the hiccups. So let's bring the MR-2 out. So we're currently in the MR-2. If you guys don't know what's been done to this car, it's been a lot. So it has a 2ZZ motor, or engine. And on the 2ZZ, it has a head worked on by Monkey Wrench Racing. And then I have a, oh, there goes my tripod. I have a Batmobile turbo on it with a black label turbo kit from turbokits.com. That's where it came from. I really like turbokits.com because they make so many different turbos. I have a Fidanza flywheel. I have a stage exit, no, I don't know, ACT, I think stage 3 exhaust or clutch. I have a custom built exhaust on this, C64 transmission. Yeah, lots of stuff done. It can make 10 pounds of boost. That's currently what it's set at. And then it has a forged blow-off valve. But right now, we're just driving around town. It's getting warmed up. As the car gets warmed up, I'll show you guys kind of where the hiccup is and what's kind of going on. Ever since I put those new spark plugs on. And I don't remember the number that I put on, but I know that they weren't the OEM ones. And currently the power level is very smooth, or the delivery is very smooth. I mean, it's good. But when I go into boost, when the car's not fully warmed up, it's super hesitant, and I actually noticed that when I put these new plugs on, when I went to the day I went to go to get dyno, I was like, So I wonder if I would have put in these other plugs that I'm gonna put on later in this video, I wonder if they would have made more horsepower, who knows. But let's go ahead and we'll rip it up a little bit, and I'll show you guys where it's hesitating. So currently we're in 5th gear, and here, listen, it'll sputter. Here, listen. You guys hear that? but if I kind of roll into it, it'll go. So there's just like this dead sputter area. So it's been driving me nuts. See right there? It's sputtering. I haven't pulled any of the timing or anything. It's all running the same. So I'm not sure why it's doing that. It's at 68 degrees Celsius. Let's wait till it gets up to like 70 or 75, and then it'll actually run really well. It's really weird. It's when like the engine's not fully warmed, it's doing this, and it seems to me that this happened after I put these plugs in. So I'm excited to change these plugs and see if it makes a difference later in this video. Listen to this. Oh, that sounds so good. Ooh, that sounds amazing. Okay, so we're gonna go back up on the on-ramp. I did a little pull right there and it seemed to work again. So it's just like when it warms up, I don't know, it's really weird. But there is like no solid power with these plugs. I can't remember what I got. I think I got cheap plugs that are copper or something, and I didn't get iridiums because that's what Monkey Wrench Racing said to use. And so yeah, anyways, I'm not sure why, but we'll get up to speed here on the highway. Man, that sounds good. So did you guys feel or hear that? There's a little bit of a hiccup before it went into full boost. But let's go ahead and do it again. See, that's smooth. That's super smooth. And very fast. Very, very fast. So I don't know what's with these plugs, but let's try it one more time, and I'll show you guys how much boost it puts down. So here's the boost gauge. So we're at 5,000 RPMs, and here we go. Yeah, how much boost is that? Like 10 pounds, I think. Yeah. So car seems to work now, and again, this is what happened at the dyno. It's the same results, the same day, but it's not good drivability when it's like this. It's like race car only. So let's go back to the garage and change out the plugs and see if we get a different result. By the way, I hope you guys are just enjoying this car. Just listen to this. This build's so cool. I love this build. I would totally build another one of these. My favorite car, by the way. Still my favorite car. It's better than the EVORA because it sits more comfortable, for sure. Especially with the headroom, with the hardtop, way better than the EVORA. The EVORA, even though it's meant for a tall person, this car has so much more usability and comfortability. It's more comfortable than the EVORA, I think. I absolutely love the MR-2. Best platform ever. The best bang for the buck ever. Mid-engine. Put a 2ZZ in it. Put a K series in it. Whatever. I know the 1ZZ sucked, but you can turbo the 1ZZ. Anyways, let's go back to the garage and see if these new plugs fix this kind of weird hesitation and have a new tune-up on the MR-2 Spyder. Some more stats for us nerds. The knock is 39. Engine rev was 8125. Volume of air, that's a ton of air. It's 50, 60, 5060, which is, you'll never ever get anything like that on a naturally aspirated. You just can't. The forced induction is bringing that much air in. And then water temperatures at 76. Like I said, it got warm, and then now the car runs like a champ. What a sexy, sexy build. Oh my gosh. All right, let's have a little real talk. So you could probably get an MR-2 for like anywhere from $8,000 to like $10,000 right now. I mean, if you want like a low mileage one, it's gonna be like 15. They're going up in price, these ones are. But the new FRS or whatever it is, the new 86 came out, the BRZ, and they claim 200, it's a 2.4 liter, and it's 220 horsepower, 28 horsepower. You know, I hope you guys know, that's the same thing as when I say like this car is 270 horsepower, that's to the crank. It's not to the wheel. So when you go buy a new one of those cars and you throw it up on the dyno, it's probably gonna make like 180, 190, probably 180, 190. That's the same thing, like while the 2ZZs are rated at like 180 horsepower, if you do nothing to them, a lot of times they put like 159 or 160 horsepower, which is significantly less. you know, 20 or 30 horsepower less than what's quoted by the company. So just real talk, like on finance wise, if you're gonna buy, you want power or whatnot, buy like this car, it's mid-engine, and then put something on. There's no more bang for buck than the MR-2. I absolutely love it. It's mid-engine, it's the best. So go find one, they're awesome, I love them. They're really good, they're awesome. So now that we have this open here, what we're gonna do is, these are the plugs that I'm gonna be using. So these are OEM plugs, I've used them a lot. But let's go ahead and pull off all the covers and whatnot, and then put those on and see if we can get a different result. Engine should be pretty warm, so I'll be careful. Oh yeah, these are totally different. Oh yeah, so I just pulled out the first plug. It's really hot. I'm not gonna touch it, but let me grab a microfiber from MitchDore.com. Swing by. So yeah, these are totally different. These are BKR7Es. So we're gonna go back to the BKR6E911s. Totally different plug. MWR said that they run these on their high horsepower performance. You know, I'm gonna try to switch these out probably on my Lotus too, to see if that makes a difference. These plugs are like brand new, but I think they're really like $3 or $4. So let's go ahead and try the Iridiums to see if we can get better results. I think those are like $3 or $4 a plug, so it was like $20 for all those. These are more expensive. These are like $10 a plug, so they're like $40 or 30 something, $38, $40. You can get them on Monkey Wrench Racing. These are totally different. This is factory spec. All right, let's tighten all the new plugs down. All right, coil packs back in. All right, let's secure the coil packs. All right, and then now we're done. So let's go ahead and rip the car around to see if it has a difference, to see what it feels like. All right, let's bring it out round 2 with new plugs. It's actually a few days later. I went to test drive the car and it still was sputtering, so the spark plugs didn't fix it. I actually took the car apart already. What I'm doing is, I don't know, I'm just having bad luck with all my cars, I guess. Just not everything's running the most smoothly right now. But what I took out was the mass airflow sensor. I bought a new Denso one, and then I also bought a new, over here, I bought a Denso mass airflow, and then I also bought a Denso oxygen sensor. So we'll replace these two. And then I'm gonna leave the Iridium plugs in there. I think I'll have good results with that. What, you know, you guys saw when it went into full boost, it was smooth. It just has this like weird dead spot, and I'm not sure what it is. But so stay tuned. I love this stuff. I hope you guys just enjoy working on the car. Plus the intro was cool, plus the car sounds really good, plus it's just MR-2 tuning goodness and just making it better. I love it. This is a never, ever ending project. That's what this car is to me, and I love it, and it's a good looking car, and it's always fun to work on. So that being said, make sure to hit the like button, swing by MitchDore.com, grab some side markers, grab some LEDs, grab a TRD badge, most definitely grab a microfiber, swing by there, and then come back for the next video where I put a new mass airflow sensor in, and then I put a new O2 sensor in, and then we'll take the car back out again. Make sure to like, subscribe, see you guys on the next video.